What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. One more time, I want to tell all you guys I appreciate you for all the support with the stuff that's going on with the family. I do appreciate that, guys. We're going to go over the charts today. We're going to look at, if you follow me on Twitter, it's at CryptoSavvy1. I posted this yesterday, possible head and shoulders on the 4-hour. I haven't changed this chart. Will we hit the target of 31.4? And that target being a measured move from the head to where we broke down. It actually is a little bit lower from where it broke, because obviously this line's on a slant. You measure from where it broke. That'd get us down to around the 31.3. So will we get down there? We'll talk about that in a few. We'll get back to this chart and I'll explain a couple more things I want to get in detail here. So definitely stick around. We will get back to it and then we'll get into the chat and chat with you guys. So anyway, let's look at what's going on. So we're back below this rising broadening wedge. We could move this down, I suppose, and look at it this way, but I'm still going to keep it up here for right now. As you guys know, the big picture, nothing has changed. I'm still waiting for a possible wave 5 if wave 5 didn't complete down here when we broke this low. But I do believe there's more downside, and we'll talk about that, and I'll give you my targets. As you guys know, my targets are first one being around 26.5 to 27.5, second one being about between 22.5 and 23.5, third one being 18. If this scenario plays out, we have a few more scenarios, guys. Trading isn't about being right. Trading is about taking your probabilities, learning analysis, managing your risk, and check out my tweet. I put a tweet out about it earlier. But anyways, if this is correct, this would be 5 waves down, making wave A of a ABC correction in the big picture. Then I would expect a massive bull rally up to the B wave, which would be, you know, anywhere between 50 and 55,000, maybe even a little bit lower, but somewhere in that range. And it would be a 3 wave if this count is correct. We would get a run up, kick back down, and another run up, and then obviously slam back down by the end of, or by the beginning of next year, sometime in that time frame. Again, time is the hardest thing to judge on charts, but that's what I'm looking at as a huge possibility. Those of you that watch the channel know we've been talking about this for a long time. Everybody is all about the wick off. If you watched my channel since March 24th is when I drew this line in. Somebody tweeted it yesterday, a picture of that video, but I know a lot of people are saying they were the first to call it after the top. We called this before the top. We called for a 63 to 64 top, which did happen. Obviously, it was speculation, and I was looking at a possible wick-off distribution, which did happen. And if you look at this line drawn on March 24th, it looks almost perfect. Obviously, it's not exact, but we did get down to our targets. Now, will we continue down? Is this accumulation or distribution? By looking at the volume, which most people don't understand, it is looking much more like distribution than accumulation to me. That's what I'm looking at right now. Let's take a look at the next chart. Same thing. Oh, if you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out Prime XBT, my favorite exchange. They do not trade against you. You can trade crypto, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, whatever you want, all on this exchange. And you can have multiple trades in, longs and shorts at the same time. So if you're hedging or whatnot, they don't clump all your trades together like the scammy exchanges. Definitely check them out. And you can use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus. So if you put in 1 Bitcoin, you get a half a Bitcoin bonus to use towards your margin. Savvy25 will get you 25% off your fees. If you go to my YouTube page and go to my homepage on here, you'll see there is a Prime XBT tutorial down there. Also, I have links below the video if you guys want to check those out. A lot of discounts. There's a VPN down there. I suggest using a VPN, whether you're trading or not, just to be on the safe side. On the internet, you should always be using a VPN. So anyways, I have links down there. There's also some other tutorials here. There's a BYBIT tutorial with a sign up bonus if you do want to trade on BYBIT. And There's some more tutorials on EMAs, RSIs, looking for breakouts, things like that. There are tutorials down there, so definitely check them out. Let's get into it. So this is my ultra bearish count, guys. Handle, could you explain the difference in volume? I can make a video of that. I'm not going to do that now. That alone takes a very long time. All you really have to do, guys, you got to put in work. If you're going to trade, start looking for the stuff on your own. Look up the Wyckoff method and start studying it. Learn about it. Don't expect somebody to tell you what to do, when to trade, how to trade. You got to learn this stuff your own. Period. You can't count on other people to do it for you. All right, let's take a look at what's going on. So as we're looking at this as a possible 1 wave, 2 wave up, 3 wave down would be all the way to 16. Now this is the extremely bearish case, guys. So that would get us down to the 16.5 range, and then up for 4, back down, back up to the 26,000 range, and then all the way down for wave 5 here. And this being the 5th wave, this would be an extended 5th wave if that was to occur. Now looking at it as another just ABC, if we put this over here, that would mean we'd be looking to bottom out on around the 24.2 range, somewhere in that range, guys. These targets aren't exact, but that's what I'd be looking for. If we break this 24.2, then we could be looking at this 16.4, but we have to see how it pans out. We have to see how the waves develop. It doesn't mean it just goes straight down. There's always bounces. If you think the markets are just going to shoot straight to targets and you're impatient, you're going to lose your ass, period. That's just how it is, guys. Those are just facts. And nobody knows where the hell the market's going for sure. You have to look for confirmations. Don't listen to somebody telling you that it's going somewhere for sure, because you will lose your ass, guaranteed. Anyways, so this is another tweet I posted yesterday. If you do follow me on Twitter, I posted this rising channel here and said last night if we broke this channel, we were going to have a little dump, which we did. Now we are retesting. If we cannot get back inside this channel, then we have much further to drop, because the measured move of that would bring the RSI all the way down into the $20 to $30 range, right along with these bottom wicks here. So keep an eye on that. And let's take a look at the next chart. This is the bullish case, which still isn't out of the picture. It's definitely a possibility that this is a wave 1, 2, and this being 5 wave done, but it just doesn't work right for a 5th wave, guys. It just doesn't, it don't work, in my opinion. But if it is the 5th wave done, and then we are starting the B wave up, this would be 1, 2, 3, all the way up to around 41,000, then B back down to the 37.3 range, and then 5 back up to here. Now that would be the wave 1 of 3 waves up. Then we would get a correction back down to possibly 32 area. If this is confusing to you, I'm sorry, but that's crypto for you. And that's trading, guys. You're not going to learn all this stuff in a day, but I promise if you continue watching, I just explain my opinion and how I get to them, and then you can use, you know, what I don't want to say teaching, because I'm a horrible teacher, but I'm explaining to you what I'm doing. And if that helps, awesome. If it doesn't, move on. I don't know what else to tell you. All right, so here is the big picture with the Fibonacci retracements. Golden pocket zone between 25 and 27. I do expect at least a bounce if we get to that range. Volume still declining, even on this little move up. It's just a bull trap, I think. That's my opinion, guys. It has been my opinion and remains my opinion. So let's take a look at yesterday's. Same thing. If you look at this rising channel here, we can zoom in, and we are, if we move this down just a little bit, I don't have it drawn exact. When you zoom in, it's kind of crazy looking, but we are testing the bottom of this channel now. If we do get rejected here in the 4 hour, which closes in about 2 hours, if we're still below here, we possibly have much further to go down. Handle, recommendation on best source to learn Elliott. I shared a PDF in the Discord the other day. If you're not a member of the Discord, definitely check it out. It's totally free. Awesome community, great people in there. The link's down below. Somebody had asked what the Discord group is, and let me just show you real quick. Right here is the Discord. If you go in there, it's just a community of people chit chatting, a lot of good stuff in there, a lot of great people helping each other out, a lot of funny stuff. But anyways, check it out if you haven't. It's a great place to begin your trading experience and learning in there. So, and again, like I said, it's totally free, so definitely check it out if you haven't. What is this? What happened to my... Okay, so anyways, back to where we were at. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. Let's get that RSI off there. So if we get up here, what would be confirmation that we could go higher? Well, that would be if we break this trend line here. And as of right now, this trend line is going to move the longer it takes. So if it plays around this area all day, this target can move, but somewhere around the 34.1, if we get back above that and get support, then this move is finished. Otherwise, I expect a rejection here and continuation down to this 31.3 range, somewhere in there. Now, another thing I wanted to look at, I'm going to move this stuff out of the way and show you another thing we could be looking at is another possibility of another head and shoulders. This being the head, forming the right shoulder here and continuation down. So that's another thing to watch for, guys. And if we take a measured move of that and bring it to wherever we would break down, then we would have a target. And I'll try to keep you updated on Twitter. As you guys know, I have a lot going on right now, so I can't guarantee that I'm going to catch everything and, you know, be able to tell you my thoughts on Twitter. But I try to explain everything in these videos. That's why a lot of times when people ask questions in the Discord or in on Twitter, I don't answer them if I've already answered them in the videos. I don't do these videos just to re-answer the questions all day that I've already answered in the videos. So I apologize if that offends you, but I just don't have time to answer stuff I already answered, guys. Watch the whole damn video. That's all you got to do. Anyways, that's what I'm looking for right now. As long as we don't get above the 34.1 and get support above there, then I'm still looking for more downside here. Like I said, keep an eye on that. Damn it. Keep an eye on that RSI too. As you can see, we do seem to be getting rejected at the bottom of this channel. The measured move of that would get us down into around the 20, between 20 and 30 on the RSI. Let's take a look at the dollar overlaid on the Bitcoin chart. Every time the dollar bottoms, Bitcoin tops. The dollar tops, Bitcoin bottoms. The dollar bottoms, Bitcoin tops. Dollar tops, Bitcoin bottoms. Dollar bottoms, Bitcoin tops. Over and over again. I do think if this plays out as it has been, once we get back up into this range in the next year, possibly two, possibly more, that would be a good time to get back into Bitcoin. One more thing, guys, don't forget to check out my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. Link is down below in the description. A lot of cool stuff on here. Let's see, let's go over to here. These mouse pads, they are hidden divergence. They are Divergence cheat sheet mouse pads. Definitely check it out. They look like this. She's also going to be making some bigger ones that are, you know, much bigger and you can put more stuff on them. If you guys are interested, let me know and let her know in the contact, and we're going to probably start working on them maybe this week, but possibly not till we get back from vacation in about a week and a half or so. So anyways, that's where we're at with that. And another big chart we've been watching, guys. As you guys know, this is the Fibonacci channels I've had drawn on here forever. We can see this big parabolic run. Once we broke it, it was a bear market, parabolic run. Once we broke it, it was a bear market, parabolic run. We've broke it, could be in a bear market. If we zoom in here, this is what we've been talking about forever. If you've been following the channel, you'll know. We keep getting rejected on this fib, which is the 0.236, is it, or 0.382, I think it is. Regardless, right now it lies around the 36.5 range. Tomorrow, or wait, this is the 3-day chart, so in the next few days it could be all the way up to 37. But guys, this is a heavy resistance area. If we are able to break above this trend line or fib level and get support, then we could be going higher. But until then, right now, it is not looking very promising. We could be forming a rising wedge here and come up for one more touch around that 40,000 range that we talked about. BLX chart. So just a theory. I don't want to hear everybody crying and the bulls getting all pissy. But could we be starting a bigger cycle instead of a little 4-year cycle, 10-year or more cycle, and we come back all the way down to these levels. I know that's scary. I'm not even going to say the levels because there's no confirmation yet, but it is something to be aware of, be cautious of, and it is a possibility, guys. Very big possibility. This has been one hell of a run up, and if the traditional markets crash, Bitcoin will not and cannot hold up to a traditional market crash. We've seen that in March 2020. So be cautious. Looking at Litecoin, my targets are still the same, around $84, $85. If that breaks $50 range, nothing has changed there. Same with Ethereum, nothing has changed. My targets are still the same. Looking at the $1,000 to $1,300 target. I showed you guys on Twitter yesterday this major bearish divergence in the 4-hour, which has played out. We may get a nice bounce here. We are showing hidden bullish divergence, but I don't believe we are going too much higher. Remember, I had said that 2,300 was about the highest. That's a 200 EMA. That's the level I'm watching. Unless we break above that and get support, I do expect that to remain heavy resistance. This is the 9,500 possibility in the next year or two. If you haven't seen that, go back some videos. I talk about it all the time. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones. So looking at the Dow Jones, as you guys know, I'm going to look at the bigger picture here, but if we do take a trend line from here, right here to here, we made lower highs, and look at the RSI, we made higher highs. That is making bearish divergence. Looks like it's probably going to turn back around today. We'll see what happens. It is open now. So anyways, we'll see what happens. But as you guys know, my thoughts in the big picture, I'll go over this. Then we're going to be getting into the chat, seeing what you guys think. So as you guys know, if you're new here and you haven't seen it, this is the Dow Jones on the weekly. This is back in 2018. This was May 10th, 2021. Higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI, bearish divergence. Then even if we zoom into the smaller area here, looking at February 20 to May 21, bearish divergence, higher highs here, lower highs here. One more thing we'll talk about is what happens with all the fear in the dollar and everybody's telling you to get out of the dollar. Well, that happens time after time after time. And we'll talk about that. The dollar I've been calling this very bullish. It's still bullish. We are showing some divergence here, but really in the dollar, the way it moves, when people exit assets, the dollar will rise. Smart money gets out of assets, crashing the market, the dollar rises. And I'll explain that and show you guys. I still have the target in 93.4 here, by the way, on the dollar. But let's get over to the daily and take a look. So I'm going to go over one more thing after we look at these. Gold, as you guys know, my target's right around 1677. Still looking for that, maybe much lower if the market crashes, because every time before the market crashes, everybody tells everyone to hedge into gold, hedge into silver, hedge into Bitcoin now. Silver, I got some pretty low targets for silver. We'll go over that some other time. But what I want to explain to you today is what happens when traditional markets crash. Let's look at 2008. You can see there was a 55% crash in the stock market, in the Dow Jones, 55% down. This was 2008. Gold, 2008, 35% down. Silver, 61% down, 2008. The only thing that rose was the dollar, 30%, 2008. So guys, do with that information what you will. I'm showing it over and over. You guys make up your own mind. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I've been talking about. And this is what I will continue to talk about. Nothing has changed. So that's what I'm looking at, guys. Let me know what you think. I'll get into the chat now. And one more time, I want to tell you guys I appreciate all of your support and all of that. So I've seen a super chat here. What are your thoughts on ADA? Would you hold any? Would you start recovery? It all depends on Bitcoin. Bitcoin crashes, ADA is not going to maintain. Just my opinion. Let's get into the chat. Hey, Savvy, sorry about the Discord, man. I'm laughing way too much right now. I'm sorry. Don't ban me. Oh, no, you're good, man. How did you set your 4-hour RSI? Mine is different than yours. It's just default 14. Set it to default 14. I use Coinbase charts because they are the most accurate for these videos, because most people are on Coinbase, but they are the cleanest, most accurate charts. Savvy, what about ETH levels? Ethereum is the same, guys. It has not changed. The charts haven't changed in over 2 months for Ethereum and Litecoin. Everything's the same. Chris Whitaker, I missed your super chat. Let me go up and find it. I apologize. I don't see a super chat. Chris Whitaker. Oh, yes, I do. Sorry about that. What are your thoughts on ADA? Yeah, I did see it. And XRP, well, I believe they're going to crash right along with everything else in the market. You guys know my targets for XRP, 43. And if that doesn't hold, then we're looking in the low 20s. If that breaks, holy crap. That's my thoughts on XRP. Nothing's changed in any of these charts, guys. That's why I always hashtag nothing's changed. So yeah, these are what we're looking at, guys. 2 charts were playing out in BTC: accumulation in 1 day and distribution in weekly chart. Can you explain divergence in RSI? Saw your video and playlist. Still is making confused as I am right now. Practice. That's all I can say. Start watching it yourself. Watch my tutorial on the divergence. Remember, the RSI only moves with the body of the candle, not the wicks. So looking for divergence, you use the bodies, not the wicks. You can see there's some hidden bullish divergence here. Will that play out just to here? That will just be a little bounce, most likely, and then continue down. That's my opinion. Ethereum fake pump yesterday while Bitcoin dumped. Just a bull trap. Yeah, like I said, when Ethereum did that yesterday, I posted this on... Everybody was getting super bullish, and I posted this bearish divergence. As you can see here, lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action, and told everybody be careful. Bearish divergence in the 4-hour on Ethereum, and it dumped like literally right when I posted that. ETH fake pumped yesterday. Oh, new things happening on ETH. That's why. Yeah, new BS talked about on ETH. People buying the rumor, selling the news when it happens. BT, yeah, and I'm still in the same short, guys. I've been in. I shorted 36.2, and I am currently up 318% profit. I shorted 36.2. I told you yesterday. I think my stops were at 35.5. I've moved them down to 34.5, and that's just above this trend line here. That's why I put them up there. And if we break some more support down here, like 32.8 or whatever, we break there and get resistance, then I will move them down. Even if I get stopped in 34.5 now, I'm still that'll be 200% profit if I get stopped there. Like I said, I'm over 300% right now. So. All right, let me get back down to the chat. Do you ever use fib retracement? Not on the RSI. I use my fib retracements up in price action. I don't use them on RSI. I've heard of some people doing that. I don't do it. If something's broke, I don't fix it. If what I'm doing is working, people always say add the stock RSI or Stotch, whatever the hell it is, and add this and add that. Less is better. I don't want my chart cluttered with a bunch of freaking indicators when less is better and they work for me, what I do. And that's, I don't want a cluttered chart saying 500 different things. How are your wick off predictions holding up? Perfectly. absolutely perfectly. Since March 24th. If you want to check my video on March 24th, go do that. The first one to talk about the wick off distribution before we topped, calling the top. How did I know to get in at 36? If you guys watched my videos around that time, I had a target right around 36.7 to 36.9, and that's where and when I got in. Once I seen the rejection, I got in. When you use fib extensions versus retracement, fib extensions are used for, like, I'll show you, like the Elliott wave count over here. Where are we at? So fib extensions are used to get Elliott wave counts. Like fib retracement is just to retrace a move. So you would take from a top to the bottom, and then it gives you retracement levels. I'll show you real quick. We'll do a top to bottom right here on this last move. From swing high to swing low, you throw your Fibonacci retracements on there. Whoops. From the swing high, which is right here, down to the swing low. And as you can see right here at that 3.382, got a nice rejection there. These fibs work extremely well. So just, I'll try to make some videos, guys. As you guys know, I'm very busy, but I'll try to make some. There's videos out there on how to use fib extensions and whatnot. And I will eventually make some videos. I just have a lot going on right now. Not a lot of time. That's why I've only been doing one stream a day. Since we moved over here. So as soon as stuff's cools down, I will be doing 2 streams a day again. And yeah. And guys, always remember, the market's not going to run away from you. So try to stay calm. Don't get caught up in hype and FOMO or fear or anything. Keep an eye on the markets. Did you move your stop loss? Yes, I just went over that Cybercoin. My stop loss is now at 34.5, which if I get stopped out there, it will be a 200% profit, even if I get stopped. Right now, currently, I'm at 315% profit. Actually, it was a high leverage. It was a low. My leverage was, oh, actually, it was 40x. I don't suggest that for new people. I don't suggest that at all for new people. Where's the red light in the backyard? I don't understand what you're saying there. Savvy, do you think bull trap wave B is now less likely since bullish sentiment potentially seems to be spent in the extended? It's hard to say. Like I said, guys, it all depends on how it gets to certain places, how and when, not what, you know, if it gets there. It's how it gets there that I can't explain that enough, and it's hard to explain, especially if you don't understand markets. Markets move for reasons and they follow patterns. So it depends on. Like I said, I like to use Elliott and Wyckoff together. They kind of complement each other, and they give you a clear view if you understand them both. And then you can put 2 and 2 together. Another thing we've been watching is this major resistance here at 34.35. Yes, we're spiking above it now and then, but we keep coming right back under it, which tells me that we're probably going down to these levels, guys. And this would be a pretty good level, 29.4, to start watching if we break that 31.3. But again, we can come up to this 34.1, 34.2 range, somewhere in that area, and retest this neckline before continuing down. How do you do sentimental analysis? I don't care about sentiment. All I watch, guys, is the charts. TA, I'm strictly a TA, guys. I don't care about news, any of that crap. It's just noise that gets you caught up, makes you FOMO, makes you do dumb stuff. I'm strictly on the charts. If you want to watch news channels, there's plenty of them out there that are wrong time after time. wick off accumulation and distribute. It's so funny that everybody just wants to talk about wick off now. And I was talking about it back in March. I'm sick of talking about it. I called what I called in March, and it happened. And now I'm looking more into the Elliott wave. If the wick off, if we are in redistribution, you know, we may not get that B wave. We may just have a straight smash down. When you short at 36.2, what was your stop loss you put? I started it 36.2. I started it at low leverage, and once I confirmed the rejection, I kept laddering in. Like I said, that was my starting point. I like to ladder in trades, so that way you got less risk. If you ladder in at low leverage and it starts going your way, you can, you know, every little bounce add a little more in. Like I said, that's why, you know, I show my ideas on Twitter. I tell my ideas on Discord, but I'll never tell anybody what to do, how to trade, when to trade. That is all up to you. If you're depending on anybody to tell you what to do, when to do it, you shouldn't be doing it, period. And there's a lot that goes into it, and a lot of thought and a lot of everything else. And a lot of people don't understand when you post stuff, they go 100 times leverage and they have no clue what the hell they're doing. So yeah, that's why I say I don't do that. And then you can pay these guys to tell you the wrong thing on their, you know, trading groups or whatever. There's a lot of that crap, and they just, if they were good at trading, they wouldn't have to be trying to sell you freaking trading strategies, because they would just use them and make money if they were so good. That's why I don't charge for anything. Yes, I do shill my wife's webpage because that's her business and that's my wife, and I can do that because she makes quality stuff that I stand behind anyway. So I don't know why I went on that rant, but I did. Appreciate you and your efforts, dude. Left the technical side of all this as a newbie. Right on. Thanks, man. Mark, thanks, Savvy. This is a proper education, watching your work. Thanks, I appreciate that, bud. You think it can be 1 or 2 months more of accumulation? Yeah, it could. It could be 1 or 2 months of accumulation. It could be 1 or 2 more months of distribution. Distribution, guys. Let me go into the daily. This volume is saying distribution, not accumulation. Learn to read the volume. Quit listening to guys just drawing lines. If you are using Wickoff, 80% of Wickoff is volume, and this volume is lining up with distribution, not accumulation. I could be 100% wrong, but by going off of what Wickoff really talks about, this is distribution. Don't know what else to tell you. What will invalidate the downward trend? We've talked about, if you're talking about the short-term trend, that 34.2 or 34.3. Long-term trend would have to be a break above like 42.4 to break the long-term trend. But again, if we do go up there, then I believe 5 wave is finished, and we have. But by looking at it at an Elliott wave perspective right here, this is not the finished 5th wave. This is only just beginning the 5th wave. You are one of the best crypto YouTubers out there. Others are just moonboys, shilling BS hopium, everybody. Thanks, Fahed. How does accumulation volume look, Savvy? Guys, if you can't take the time to Google some stuff and do a little research, and you just want someone to tell you it, you're not going to learn it. By putting in the work, I can steer you in the right direction. Do some research and learn it. Don't expect people to just tell you stuff, everything. I put a lot of information out here for free. It's up to you guys to dig in and learn. Savvy, if we were to hold shorts post 31K, does the top remain 36.7 still? What do you mean, does the top still? I don't understand what you're saying. Dennis S. Hey, Savvy, best TA vids. Thanks, keep it up. Thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Akshay, Savvy not replying to my question asked 5 or 6 times. Well, I would love to see you sit here, try to look at the charts, explain things, and go in the chat. It's not easy, guys. I can't read all the comments. Make it a super chat. I'll read it. I'm not one to say super chat. I don't expect you guys to super chat, but it's hard to read the damn comments when they're moving, and I'm talking, looking at charts. Morlum, I put in the Discord yesterday a PDF, a good PDF on thorough Elliott wave, and don't think you're just gonna look at it and it's huge, tons of rules. It takes years to master. But if you put in the effort, it's worth it. You got to make some sacrifice to you know, for the payoff. China wants Bitcoin at 20K. They'll get it. Hey, good morning. What's up, Ed? You seem pissed. I just got a lot going on, and some of the questions people ask in the comments are just, you know, they're irritating, and I apologize if I sound like an ass. I have a lot going on, guys. For those of you that don't know, I don't know what to tell you, but those of you that do know probably understand. Even if we break 42K, I think it still can't confirm an uptrend. If we break 42K, then we might be going to that, you know, 45 to 55, whatever. But I still think it would just be a bull trap, in my opinion. Nothing has changed at all. Yeah, guys, check out the free Discord. It's totally free. There's links down below. There's other affiliate links down there that help the channel out, and you get discounts for any. Check them out if you're looking for any of the stuff down below. Like I said, you get a discount for using my links, and you get bonuses for using my links depending on what you're doing. Bro, can you make a playlist of TA videos? I've made playlists. Go to my YouTube page. There's playlists there. Joe, savvy for your loss, was wondering, did you get started trading stocks or was it always crypto? I started in penny stocks. And I just did it for, you know, part-time playing around while working for a long time. I didn't actually start trading full-time till last, I think it was last June or July. I quit my job and went full-time trading. Discord for over 18. Yeah, it is. Hey, Savvy, what do you think about KSM? Should I admit it? KSM, I have no idea what you're talking about. Does your wife do custom prints? Yes, she does. Anything you want, she can put on any of that stuff, Anthony. Definitely check it out. All you have to do, if you go to her webpage, she does custom prints on all the stuff she shows on there and more that she doesn't even have listed. Let me go over there real quick. But yeah, if you just go to her webpage and hit her up in the contact, she's quick to respond. Just tell her what you're looking for, what you want. Like I said, it's not just crypto stuff. She can put anything you want on any of this stuff. She also does glass, wood, aluminum, tons of different stuff, tiles, and it's quality, you know, high definition stuff. So she put pictures on it or whatever you want, family pictures. Lady Jane, take what Savvy introduces here, do your research on those topics and learn them for yourself. I'm pretty new. I'm focusing on chart patterns and RSI right now. Best place you can start as well. Thanks, Lady Jane Smith. Some people get it. Some people just want everything handed to them. Handle. If smart money is leaving, dollar rising, market's so weak, how do people want to hold and not trade? Kind of confusing, the whole hold mentality. That's the hodl mentality. I'm not a hodler currently at all. Not to say I won't buy back when it gets much, much lower, which I'm sure it will. One more thing I want to point out. Let's point this out on Litecoin. This is very bearish. If we put a trend line right across here, we've broken that trend line. Once that trend line's broken, I think it definitely continues. If you look at the RSI, it is confirmed broken. So make it up, retest on this RSI and come down. Just some little quick things that I look for that I'm showing you guys. Don't forget, guys, I don't know how many people are in here. There's 1,000 people and only 550 likes. That's just about half of you hit the like button. Some people explained to me that some people don't know how to hit the like button. So if you're on your mobile phone, up at the top under the video, you'll see the chat. Exit that chat, and then you'll see a thumbs up. Hit it. If you are on YouTube TV, go down in the bottom left and hit more actions, and it will give you the option to hit the thumbs up. And I would appreciate it if you did that. Might there be a big head and shoulders forming on the 4-hour? You're a day late and $1 short, Joe. We talked about that. I put that up yesterday on the it has broken. This, I was looking at this as one, and we had just talked about in the beginning of the video that we could be forming another one that looks like this. Head, or I'm sorry, let me put this over here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and if that one hits, then our target could be as low as the 29.4, 29.5 area here. I went over it at the beginning of the video. If you didn't see it, definitely scroll back. If you guys are only watching parts of these videos, you're missing out. And you know, I can tell when you guys aren't watching the whole video because I get questions on my Twitter and in the Discord that I've already answered on the videos. So I'm not going to answer those anymore. No offense, but if you can't watch the whole video and pay attention, I spend a lot of time doing these, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time re-answering the questions over and over that are already answered in the videos. Do you think the hidden bearish divergence is happening on the 15-minute? Guys, if you're playing in anything under the 4-hour, you're going to get wrecked. That's just facts. That's why everybody got out of their trades out and in 50 million times in here, and I've stayed in mine because I'm watching the 4-hour. I don't care about the little time frames. They'll just wreck you. Hey man, how long do you take to learn trading very well? Trying to learn as much as to get really good. It depends on how much time you put in it. Lots of hours. Depends on how much you're doing in a day. I used to come home from work about 5:30, 6 o'clock at night and stay up learning the charts till midnight, sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning. Get up, go back to work at 7 in the morning, come back home and do it again. Stay up all weekend. My wife hated it. Pretty sure she wanted to divorce me. It sucked. It was a lot of sacrifice, but it paid off in the end. Never miss a minute of your vids. Too much quality. Thanks, Lucky. Appreciate it. I'm longing like a slag. I don't use TA. I use prayers. Ouch. That's scary, man. Worst trade? I had lots of bad trades until I learned risk management. And not to say I don't still have bad trades sometimes. I mean, honestly, if anyone's telling you they win all their trades, they're ridiculous. What you do, you're never going to win all your trades. Ride the winners. Make very little risk trading. When you can get your stops in a profit, put them in a profit. I'd rather make a buck than lose a buck. There's so much more to it. You can't just think you're going to get rich off one trade or win every trade. If you're doing that, you're going to lose because you're going to ride trades right into liquidation. How long until you're comfortable reading charts? Well, that's a kind of a weird question because you always, as you're learning, you think that you're comfortable and then you find out you're not. And then you think, so really before I was really profitable, and got more comfortable, is after I started using risk management. I lost about $100,000 learning to trade. But you always hear 80% of traders or 90%, whatever, lose all their money in 90 days. That could be true, but the 10% that actually stick around and continue to learn and really learn, them are the ones that become profitable. Most everybody else just gives up because they think they're going to learn it in a day. That's why I always say, if you're starting to trade, don't start with $10,000. Start with, depending on, what your financial situation is, start with $5, $10. If you can't grow that, how the hell are you going to grow $10,000 or $100,000 or whatever? Start small. Guys, you got plenty of time. If you take the time to learn first, it will pay off in the long run. I promise you. Don't try to get rich quick. for some reason YouTube started blocking super chat, Boris. I have no idea. No idea, man. You're the man, brother. I started investing about 6 months ago. Yeah, I don't know why they would. There's 1,070 people and only 680 likes. What a shame. I respect you that do take the time out to hit the lights, though. Let me see something. Yeah, live chat. Everything should be good to go with, I don't know. Yeah, monetization's on, all that stuff. I don't know what's up with the super chat. Crypto is only going up and up over time, just hodl. It's possible. It could keep going up over time, but it's possible it could not. It is still pure speculation. People don't like to talk about that, but guys, that's facts. It's pure speculation. Sorry to say that. Call me super bearish, whatever you want, but it's reality, man. And if the charts get me bullish, I'll tell you I'm bullish. Right now, I have no reason to be bullish. Great stuff, Savvy. Tony Hall, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Super chats seem to be working. I appreciate that, man. Never get attached to any asset. That's one of the best things you can learn. If you get into profits, take some damn profit out. Not saying cash it all out, but getting attached to any asset, including crypto, is a bad idea, in my opinion. It'll make you make bad decisions. It'll make you hold all the way from the top to all the way to the bottom. Dandrix, false. Keep up the level-headed TA Savvy. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Can you tweet the PDF you spoke on the Discord? Can't find it. Just scroll. It was, I think, yesterday or the day before. I really don't have time to go digging myself. Ask somebody in there. I'm sure somebody will help you out with it. Cash is a great asset. Sampath Kumar said 26K. 57,000 times. Hey, Savvy, any good books on risk management overall? Your favorite trading book? That helped you a lot much. Risk management is actually pretty simple. The hard part is sticking to the rules of it. But there's tons of information on there on managing risk. Tons of it. That's what I said. You guys got to get out and put in some effort. If you can't put in some effort to search things out, you're not going to put enough effort into actually be a good trader. That's just a fact. If you're constantly waiting for someone to tell you what to do in a trade, you're screwed. Period. I think I'm banned or something from the Discord. Created a new one. It still wouldn't work. I'm not sure. WWLD. Email me and tell me what your Discord name was, and I will try to look into it when I get a second. I started playing out with fib levels inside the levels of swing high and swing low. Fib levels, is it that a common thing? Seems to work quite well. Yeah, it does work well. And a lot of times it's because a lot of people are trading those levels, so you'll see it. And the fib levels will more often than not line up with support and resistance levels. And I can show you an example. Let's zoom out a little bit on this chart. Well, I could show you an example. I already have the fibs on this one. Nope. This one? Nope. Right here. So as you can see, every time it hits a fib level, it bounces around on it. Right here, bounces around on it. Right here, right here. It's amazing how they work, but there's a lot of trading at fib levels, and that's why that happens. Sarah Shama, should we hold shorts below 31K? You can hold shorts if we get below 31K, just move your stops down. Get your stops into profit. That way, if you get stopped out, you can't lose. Don't try to keep your stops super high and you know, in case you get a bounce, you don't want it to hit your stops. I'd rather get stopped out in profit than get liquidated. Use stop losses, people. And thank you for that super chat. It's much appreciated. But yeah, just use No, don't put the stops all the way up at 36. It all depends on where you got in. Like I got in at 36 too. My stops are currently at 34,500. So if I get stopped out, I'm 200% in profit. Use stops. Don't listen to the people that tell you don't. And if you get in a good trade, you can lose. If you use proper risk management and you trade 100 trades, if you're using proper risk management, you could lose 70 of those trades and still be profitable because you ride the winners by moving your stops. Two most important words in trading: stop loss. Yes, Mike. Yes. Hold your dollar and I'll hold BTC. Let's see in 5 years which is worth more. NJFR. But I'm trading. I'm making a shitload more by trading than hodling Bitcoin. And I will buy a lot of Bitcoin when I believe we get to the bottom of this, which will probably be the beginning of next year. We'll see who has more Bitcoin. We'll see who has more money. Email me. I take you up on that challenge. Even may place a big bet on it. Do you believe that BTC could raise 100,000 at the end of the year? I don't think we're going to see a new all-time high at the end of this year. I do not. If that changes, I'll let you know. And I've told you, the only way that can happen is if we cross this green line. If we cross this green trend line, get support on it, then we may be seeing one more new all-time high this year. I highly doubt it, but the possibility is there. I'm not saying it can't happen. Not saying it can't happen. But I just don't see it yet. Do you use leverage, Savvy? Yes, Sticks, I do. Hi, Savvy. I don't normally comment on YouTube, but I just wanted to say my sincerest condolences on your loss and thank you for everything you do. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate that, man. I have just joined. What price do you see this falling today? All you have to do is go back to the beginning of the video. The people that have stuck around and been here don't want to hear it all over again. There's another thing I'm looking at. Just a possibility here. Let me pull up the 1 hour chart. I have it on another chart that I'm looking at. And what I'll do, let me just make a copy of this one real quick. Make a copy. We'll just put 111. And I'm going to get this off of here. This is something I'm seeing possible in the hourly. Obviously, there's no guarantees, but let's take a look at it. I'm going to put a parallel channel here. All right, let's put a trend line. Let's put a measured move. If we're not, let's look at the RSI first. All right, so the RSI allows for it to, if we look at the 4 hour RSI here, that's not real pretty. We did break this. So this is looking pretty damn bearish, guys. Here's another measured move we could look at for this. Which makes a lot of sense. Let's put it down here. You see that channel there? Let's put in a price target. Well, that gets us down to around that 26 range. So it's looking, we have plenty of room to do it in the RSI too. So we could be seeing that 26 range within days or weeks, maybe. Again, no guarantees, guys. Nobody knows what it's going to do. I'm showing you probability and what I'm seeing in the charts. Thanks, Baxter. Thank you, D. Zatara. I don't know if I say some of your names right. I'm sorry. It's kind of hard. I don't know if they're your real names or whatever anyway, but it's tough to read some of them on here. Hey, Savvy, how about BNB? I'm not pulling up BNB. BNB, yeah, if Bitcoin crashes, they all crash. 26K this weekend, totally bull bloodbath, going to be great. We'll see, Master. Anything on ETH? Yeah, Mohammed, I talked about it in the beginning of the video. Nothing's changed on Ethereum or my targets for Ethereum. Do you think major economies, countries, government agency trying to control Bitcoin so it may go down? They may be behind Bitcoin, to be honest with you. Denton Starlink, quit spamming the chat, please. Crypto Gangsta. Hefty. Hey, Crypto Savvy, always solid content. Thank you. Is there any moderators in here? Could we ban this dude for spamming the chat? Savvy, do you only have BTC or do you put a short on ETH as well? I'm only trading Bitcoin. Why have to look at more things when you Bitcoin's plenty volatile enough to make a lot of money off of, instead of watching or getting into riskier assets and then having to manage more trades? That makes no sense to me, but to each their own. Any easy way to back test without knowing how to code? Yeah, you can back test with anything. Just go back and look how things reacted, whatever indicator or whatever you're using. USD. Dump starting in a few minutes, hours, or already started. I love you, bro. You changed my life and learning so much from you. Greetings from the Netherlands. Thanks, AR. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the nice comments. Thoughts on Terra and Luna? Yep. I think they'll follow Bitcoin, but in a bigger way. Hey, Savvy, do you do on-chain analysis? These guys are bulls. I do not, because on-chain analysis is all pretty and nice until big wallets dump and it's too late and that analysis doesn't work anymore. I stick to the charts because big money is playing the charts. And no, they're not playing these little time frames, guys. The big money, all them institutions, they dumped on your asses back here. And they're probably going to get everybody bullish. That's how distribution works. They get everybody bullish and, you know, start these little bear trap rallies so people buy in and FOMO in, and they get them all in there and stuck, and then they dump on their asses. That's how it works, guys. Big players don't care about this little shit. They play the bigger time frames, daily, weekly, not the smaller ones. We come in and pinch some profits off these smaller ones. Do you have any book to recommend on trading? Watch the whole video, Stefan. Kick back, watch from the beginning. We've talked about that. Hey, Savvy, do you sometimes put all your trading capital in one trade in a big resistant of example with? No, never. I do some very large trades, but to use all your capital, that's, lack of better words, that's kind of dumb. Daily RSI permits at least 7K drop judging by his chart. Maybe. It's hard to judge monetary or, you know, the money value while looking at the RSI. It's not, you really can't do that because that's what creates divergence. RSI will either be less strength or more strength than the move. So you can't really judge by RSI, the price by RSI. Do you have an open trade, CK? Go back, watch from the beginning of the video. I have the same trade I had yesterday. I moved my stops. I explained it in the video. How to spot a rejection from resistance. If it gets rejected, I mean, if you get to resistance and you're, say, if you get to resistance and you see bearish divergence or hidden divergence, all depending on what time frame you're in, that's a good way to validate. Same thing on support. If you get down to support and you have bear or bullish or hidden bullish divergence at support, that's often a good Nothing's 100%. You have to understand that. Nothing's 100%. That's why you use risk management. How to spot a rejection from resistance. Didn't I just say that? Some people says Bitcoin charts following exact Wyckoff theory charts. Is that true? Nobody was talking about Wyckoff until what? After the dump. I was talking about it back here in March 24th. Like I said, I drew this line on March 24th. You can go back and watch my video before anybody was talking about Wyckoff. And I said, and we were at like 56,000 or something. I said that 63 or 64 would be the top if we were in the Wyckoff distribution. And that's exactly what happened. And this played out. Now I'm thinking we are in distribution again because the volume profile matches. And anyone looking at Wyckoff in anything less than the daily, unsubscribe, because you can't. It doesn't work like that. Wyckoff is in the daily and up. Everybody's a pro on Wyckoff, and they're just looking at the lines. The lines don't mean shit. It's the volume. Thanks, Chad. I'll try not to. I shorted a lot all the way down. A lot. I was in many shorts all the way down. Yeah, like that unsomething guy that everybody, he got like 200,000 subscribers now after copying someone off Wyckoff after the freaking top, and claims he was the one that called it. No. And he doesn't know anything about markets. He got lucky on a video because Hyperboys posted his video after, for whatever reason, and he became the Wyckoff god when he was late to the party. Cumulus. What platform do you use to short and sell? Kraken doesn't allow small accounts to short and sell anymore. Prime XBT and BYBIT. I have links down below. Prime is my favorite exchange by far. They don't trade against you. And you can use my promo code SAVVY50. It'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus. So if you put in 1 Bitcoin, you get a half Bitcoin bonus to use towards your margin. SAVVY25 will get you 25% off of your trading fees. That rejection on that channel right here that we talked about in the beginning of the video is playing out pretty good right now, guys. A-bars. I talked about that earlier. You have to put some effort in. I'm telling you what to look for. Go out and do the research. There's plenty of information on Wyckoff, and I'm not saying go watch a YouTuber about Wyckoff. Get some real Wyckoff information off the internet. Some PDFs, some real write-ups, not a YouTuber's thoughts on Wyckoff, because most of them just look at lines. Do you really think platforms will trade against retail trader? Hell yes, they do. B-Book platforms do. Here's the difference between B-Book and A-Book exchanges. Prime XBT is an A-Book exchange. I've went over this a million times. Okay, so basically an A-Book exchange, they only make commission off your trades. Just commission, right? And that's what Prime XBT is. That's why they are my favorite. My link's down below. By using my link, like I said, you get some bonuses. But anyways, and I do have a tutorial on my YouTube page. A-Book exchanges only make commission. So they would rather you keep winning and not lose all your money and keep trading, because then they can keep making commission off you. B-Book exchanges like BYBIT, Binance, all that, they use their own money. So they only win when you lose, and they only lose when you win. So go figure. And they can see your trades. They have trading desks inside. So yes, they do stop hunt, and they stop your trades out, and they try to liquidate people, because that's how they make money. And they have to keep more and more people coming in, because when people lose their money, they don't come back. So that's why everybody has to keep shilling it to get more and more people in, so they can take more and more money. That's the hard facts that not anybody is talking about. Search Savvy's name on Discord to find the PDF. He posted it this time yesterday, maybe a couple hours earlier. Thanks, Daniel. Hey, Savvy, I really look forward to the updates every morning. Thanks for being here and not asking anything in return but likes. Yeah, that's all I ask, guys. Hit the damn like button. It's not that hard. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps the channel out. PHEMEX. PHEMEX is a B-book. What moves the price? Limit or market orders? All orders move the price. Buys and sells move the price. I agree with that statement. So great that you take the time for us every day. Thanks, man. Just no one speaks about the manipulation in the market. I hate to hear manipulation in the market. If you had enough money to move the market, what would you do? You would move the market. Markets are moved by buys and sells. Period. It's not manipulation. It's how markets work, guys. It is how markets work. You just have to try to understand how markets work and try to trade with the big boys instead of getting smashed by them. Even though nothing changed, it is nice to get some reassurance. Once we hit bottom, how long do you think we'll be there? I've gave time frames a million times, guys. August or September is where I see the peak of the bounce. If we even get the bounce. If we even get the bounce. Please have a live stream of your trades so we can choose to follow it. I'm not going to do that because people don't understand how to frickin' follow a trade. Like you see, this is a fact also. When you see a lot of these YouTubers and they pull up a couple comments that say, oh, thanks for your trade, I made X amount of money. They don't show you the 40 times more that have lost their ass listening to them because people not knowing how to trade. When you're looking at somebody showing you the daily chart, it could look super easy and it looked like they were right. But in that daily chart, there are 24-hour candles that were going like this, just knocking people all over the place, stopping people out, liquidating people because they don't know how to trade. So be careful with that crap, guys. Can I manage an S Corp on exchanges like Gemini Corp without having my social security number, instead use the EIN? Yes, that is what I do. I have an S Corp. So yes, you can do that, mister. I have an S Corp. That is what my business is under. And I use a CPA, so he does all the work that everybody's always asking how you do. I don't know how to do all the taxes. That's why I just accumulate all my trades, all my everything. I give it to my CPA, and that's it. I'm done. He handles it. Savvy, I feel bad for people not trying to learn for themselves. I see YouTubers taking wick off and putting it on the 4-hour. Yeah, like I said, nobody was talking about wick off. I was the first one to do it before it even topped out on March 24th. And then 2 weeks after it topped out, then everybody started talking about it like they were some kind of wick off pro. Is it better to use wicks for drawing Fibonacci? Some people say no. I prefer the wicks. The wicks work wonderful for me. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Please start a savvy fund or something we can maybe invest and you could trade for us. Not happening, man. As you guys know, like I always talk about emotions. If I'm handling someone else's money, that's going to screw up my thoughts in trading. And that's why I always say, start out with a fake account. And then when you get good and your fake account is profitable, then put in a small amount. And then it starts changing because you got emotion to deal with them because you have money in there. And once you're profitable on small amount, and then if you want to put in a larger account, once you do that, then that's a whole new set of emotions because it's new money or more money. And there's a lot of learning curves in there. People don't talk about that stuff. They basically just tell you 100x leverage and use my link and blah, blah, blah. I try to be as safe as I can with telling you guys what I'm seeing and hoping that you guys learn from my mistakes as well as from, you know, my good view. Not, you know, nobody's right all the time. I don't know why anybody thinks anybody would be right all the time. I already answered that, Pure Gaming, in the beginning of the video. All right, guys. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to smash the likes. Even if you're watching this video afterwards, make sure you smash that like button. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I totally appreciate all the support I've been getting. Thanks a lot. I will see you guys later. I am out of here. I got stuff to do. Have a great day.